Hey, Matt here, and welcome to Mob Street. Today I'm out here with my 2021 TW200. We are up in the mountains today, and in this video I want to share my first thoughts on the Tusk Chub 1 1/8" handlebars available at Rocky Mountain ATV. Now, I've wanted these bars for quite a while, and I'll tell you why. I didn't have any problem with the stock bars, none whatsoever. I had the Tusk 30mm handlebar risers on those stock bars, and they work great. I crashed with them. I've put them through the ringer quite a bit, and they turned out really well, but I've always really liked the look of the 1 1/8" fat bar that you can get for any of the bikes. So this went from a 7/8 to an 1 1/8 with the big bar clamp kit that comes with these handlebars right here. Now they come at a pretty decent price point as well, and that comes with, so this, I got the bar and the big bar clamp kit because going to an 1 1/8 bar, you can't run the regular 7/8 bar clamps that come with the stock TW. So I got the bar clamp kit and the bars, and I got mine in the CR high bend because I wanted them just a little bit taller. So let me show you what we did. So the Tusk 1 1/8 Chub big bar, I got this in the black, and this is the kit that it comes with. So you have the big bar clamp kit right here, which obviously is made for the 1 1/8 bars, and then the bars taper back to a 7/8, so you can use basically any MX grip that you want on there, as long as it is for the twist throttle, which all MX grips are. So the big bar clamp kit, the bars, and then I have the Tusk D-Flex handlebars. And when you get the bigger bar, the 1 1/8 bar, if you already have handguard clamps for a 7/8 bar, you're gonna have to get the big bar clamp kit for those as well. So that was something extra that I had to do because I had these with my stock bars, but I wanted to keep them on there, so I had to get the Tusk big bar clamp kit, and then I painted them black to match the bars. Now, one thing that I do want to tell you about these bars right off the bat, I really like the look of them. I like the quality of them. I have not crashed with them yet, so I can't tell you about the structural integrity of them yet. But with my stock bars, like I said, I crashed a lot and I never bent them. And I'm attributing that to the Tusk wraparound handguards that I have on here. So take that as you want. Now, another thing with these as well, with the stock bars, there was a sleeve that came on this expansion bolt right here that goes into the bar. Now that rubber sleeve will come off, and you just use the expansion bolt here because these bars are quite a bit wider than the stock steel bars. So everything pretty much is there except for the bigger bar clamp kit that you will need if you want to go to the 1 1/8 bar. So one thing that I did find out about these that I really wasn't the happiest about, that I want to share with you, is it comes with pretty much everything you need to mount the bars on, but the clamp kit that it comes with, so you have your 4 bolts up top, well then there's 2 bolts that are down here underneath that mount this lower piece into your triple tree. But when you're mounting these, the bolts that come with these lower pieces here have a little blue dot of lock patch on them. Now, like I said, I had the the Tusk 30mm handlebar risers on here. No problems. They mounted right up to the triple tree just fine. But what I did find is that when I took those out and started to install the bolts with the lock patch on them, they got really tight. So I tried to back it out, and as I went to back it out, it actually pulled some of the aluminum threads that were in the triple tree, and I was not happy. So I took the other bolts and I ran them through my tap and die set, and I got all that lock patch off of there. Now, you might be able to heat that lock patch up and then install those, but if you're gonna do this, I recommend taking that lock patch off of there and then maybe just a blue, or excuse me, just a little dot of medium strength thread locker, whatever it is that you want to use. But that way, when I took that stuff off and I ran the tap down through those the threads in the upper triple just to clean them up, once I got that lock patch off, that bolt went through just fine. I was able to tighten them down, no issues. So if you don't want to keep 1 1/8" bar and you're going to install these on there, make sure to clean up that lock patch that it comes with, and then you shouldn't have any other trouble. Now, I'm actually a big fan of these. I got them set up the way that I want, and after riding with them, I don't know if it's just me, but one thing that I did notice is the vibration in here is a little bit more than it was on the stock bars. It's not bad, but it is noticeable. And like I said, I don't know if that's just me, but you know, I really like the look of them. I like how well they turned out. I like the color of the bars. This CR high bend is actually pretty comfortable. It's pretty close to the stock height of the bar, or excuse me, to the height of the stock bar. But with these brackets down here, it actually raises those up, you know, a little bit. Not as much as it was with the 30mm riser, but it's still pretty good, and it's still pretty comfortable for me to stand up. And for sitting down, it's really comfortable as well. Now, I'm 5'6", so standing up, I mean, isn't that hard for somebody shorter like me. But if you're a little bit taller, you might want to go with a little bit bigger riser, and it'll probably be a little bit more comfortable. Now, as far as cables and wiring and all that stuff goes, I did not have to adjust anything. So, I mean, I don't have my cable ties on there anymore, but as far as like length and everything of the cables, and there was nothing that I had to modify up here to make these bars fit, to make the cables fit. The throttle still works perfect. The clutch is still good. My brake lines, there's no real tension on anything here. So if you're going to install these and you're worried about, you know, the fitment, you're good to go. Now, I like them. Doesn't mean everybody else is going to like them. But if you'd like to pick yourself up a pair of these, I will make sure to have the description down below. First thoughts, first impressions, I'm pretty happy with them, except for that little patch of Loctite that's on there. So other than that, if that wasn't there, I'd say you're good to go. And for less than 70 bucks for these, it's not that bad of a set. So if you're looking for an upgrade to your bars and you're on a budget and you don't want to spend, you know, 100 bucks, this is definitely something this is definitely something worth looking at. Now, I hope you found this video informative. If there's any questions or comments, make sure to put those down below. And as always, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and follow along. Plus, if you want to see more like behind the scenes stuff, you know, some of the scenery that we're seeing up here with the TW, make sure to check out our Instagram page. I'll have the link for that in the description as well. And we're going to call it at that. I'm Matt. This is my 2021 TW200. This is my first impressions on the Tusk Chub 1 1/8" handlebar. This is Mob Street, and thanks for watching.